What if right now there was nothing that you needed? You didn't need to learn anything more. You didn't need to get anything more. You didn't need to heal anymore. You didn't need to become anymore. Who would you be right now if you didn't need anything more? In truth, who you really are on a soul level, beyond the veil of this human body and the mind and the emotional experience, there is a timeless presence, a limitless being that knows no bounds. And that you came here, perhaps, to create, to expand, to play. And while there is learning and growing, while there is challenge, difficulty, struggle, what if all of that too was a part of the journey, part of the adventure of being? And what if everything already existed? What if the entire universe and all of creation was simultaneously existing right here, right now, in the eternal present moment? Because in terms of time, that is all that exists. We think about the past, and therefore we carry the story of who we were and what we experienced into the present moment. And we project a future, and we stress, and we feel anxious, and we are nervous about what's going to happen. And usually that's predicated on our past, both of which are not happening right here and now, except in our own mind. And so anything that we think we need to get is most likely out of compensation for what we think we've missed in the past, what we are feeling is lacking here and now based on where we've come from. Anything that we feel that we need to heal is perhaps a story that we're carrying about ourselves, and through the language that we refer to ourselves within creates the experience, and therefore creates the reality where that is our experience, our personality. But all of that's being created right here and right now. And while this may seem like a radical idea that you are creating your reality, even your identity and personality and your entire experience of your life right here and right now, how are you doing that? You're doing it through the language, even if it's not through spoken word. It's through the thoughts you think. It's through the feelings you have. It's through the beliefs that you hold. It's through your self-concept, through your judgments, through your perceptions, all of which is sort of an external reflection of that internal reality. And that's why it's so cliche, but so true, that where your attention goes, energy flows. And this entire experience is but energy. When you look all around you, everything that you see is energy in its most essential form. Even your body is made of energy in its most fundamental parts. Your thoughts are energy. Your emotions, your feelings are energy, hence energy in motion, emotions. So everything within this experience is energy. And what dictates the configuration of energy but your attention? And so again, I come back to the question of, what if you didn't create the story that you needed anything more to get anywhere, to become anything, to heal anything? What if it was already done? What if you were already that? What if it was all already here? And if it were not for the distraction within your attention, you probably wouldn't overlook the fact and the truth that it is. actually all already here. What happens when you stop creating the story that creates an obstacle and a limitation to all that is, all that you are, and in truth, all that you desire being all already here? It's a very interesting and powerful contemplation, and it is the essence of meditation. And meditation is the art of coming into alignment with your true self. Because to be aware that I am, to be conscious of your consciousness, is to recognize the eternal truth that you are, and in that isness, beingness, consciousness, awareness, there is nothing existing apart from that. You've never experienced anything apart from your consciousness. You've never known anything apart from your awareness. Anything that you've ever experienced, received, felt, sensed, thought, has all been within awareness. So there's nothing out here, nothing for you to receive in that sense, nothing for you to gain, nothing for you to lose, nowhere for you to get to, because it all is existing within awareness. And you are that. You are that totality. You are that completion. You are that wholeness. You are that limitless, timeless, boundless, formless, infinite beingness, already here and now. And the power of that creativity, which is pure imagination, the awareness of your consciousness, is the conscious, creative power to imagine this moment to be whatever you want it to be, because you're already imagining it to be this, again, based on where your attention is going. So what happens when you redirect your attention onto the fact of your timeless, limitless existence? And in the unwavering confidence and conviction and creative power that rises up in that awareness, you can direct your attention into the formation of the energy signature of this reality to be in alignment with what you desire it to be. What if it were that simple? What if, as an aligned creator, as the soul that you are, which is boundless potential, you came here to create in the present moment, in awareness that I am, whatever you desire, whatever you want to experience, right here, right now, not on the other side of earning it or deserving it or working hard to get it, but simply by the fact of your imagination, the outward pressing of your attention into an energetic form. What if all of this is just pure magic, but we've been conditioned to believe that it's a linear, limited experience predicated on lack and infused with fear, and all of these limitations of needing to prove something, needing to get somewhere, needing to earn, needing to become worthy of what we desire? What if all of these were just stories that, if we let go of them, we reclaimed our sovereign, autonomous, infinite power to create instantaneously? Have you thought about this? Because the more you think about it, the more you remember who you truly are. And you realize that you're not really here to learn. You're not really here to heal. You're not really here to prove or get anything. You're here to create. You are here to be whatever you desire to be. And when it's playful, when it's lighthearted, when it's free-spirited, when it's coming from wholeness, when it's coming from completion, when it's coming from love rather than fear, when it's coming from the source of yourself, which is the awareness, the timeless, limitless consciousness of your beingness, then it's already here because it's already what you are. And when you realize that, life gets wild and crazy, and nothing is off limits. Nothing is out of reach, because you're only limited by your own imagination. And through your conviction, you press out from your imagination into reality, the formation of your own mind, your own inner landscape. And that is what it's like to be a child again. As Jesus said, to enter the kingdom of heaven, become like a child. What if there's a deep and profound meaning underneath that statement, which is, with the wisdom and the love and all of the creative power of that maturity of who you have become, to surrender all of the obligation and the heavy kind of responsibility of adulthood, all the seriousness, all the linear limitation of overcoming your past and striving for a better future, but reclaiming this present moment now, like a child who only lives here and now, creating from their imagination. What if that was what you intended when you began this whole journey in this three-dimensional reality, within this body, as this person, in this world? All of which is the dream that you're dreaming up right here, right now. And what aspects of that dream, of that story, are you including? And are they aligned? Are they interesting anymore? Are they exciting? Are they inspiring? Are they true? And if they're not, that's okay. It's a habit, it's a tendency, it's got momentum and inertia. So you can have compassion for yourself for choosing for what you don't want. But in recognizing that you're choosing for what you don't want, carrying a burden and a story that's no longer true, then by accepting that, you can let go of it and you can move on and you can create anew and you can shift into the reality that you want to experience by virtue of what you're being. And that is the freedom that you have right here, right now, to create your reality in the pure freedom, timeless, limitless, boundless potential of your soul as the creator of your reality.